Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame. And look, cinnamon sugar, I said what I said. Listen, cinnamon sugar is definitely in the house. Look, so y'all probably gonna be like, ma'am, your hair look a mess. And that's fine because when I did my hair, what I put on it, product wise, when I braid my hair, it does slick my hair down and it stays down. But I incorporated oil this time after everything was completed rather, and I'm like, I don't really care if it raise up or not. I need my scalp to be what it need to be. So I put the oil on there and it's doing what it's gonna do. I'm still debating on if I'm gonna dip my hair in boiling hot water or not, because I mean, can y'all see, like, from here, can y'all see that, you know, the ends are doing whatever they're doing or not doing what they're doing or whatever? I ain't think so. So, for me, usually, I mean, you got to be up on me to even see the little flyaways, if you will. So, it is what it is. I'm doing this to kind of hide my, job and things. But, I don't know. I might try to see if I can put this sticker on, because I don't feel like, because I know I'm going to move and then something going to happen and I'm like, whatever. Y'all, anyway, I know y'all ain't seen me in a while. For those of y'all who have decided to stick around, despite everything that's been going on that has been preventing me from doing the recap reviews and all that, I really do appreciate y'all. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to get back into the swing of things sooner than later. So yeah, let me let me try see what I can do here. I'm gonna see. So yeah, y'all. Oh, that ended up kind of matching, not on purpose. So yeah, let me give y'all some updates on what's been going on. So today is my Friday, which today is Saturday. Y'all know a holiday observance is on Monday, and that's normally my day off anyway, so it really don't matter. But yeah, so I hope to stay on, because I'm about to go ahead and drive home. Y'all, I'm actually picking up Tabitha Brown's popcorn, and I already knew I wasn't going to try any of her food, but I said, you know what, out of all the popcorn options that she posted, this is the only one that I'm actually kind of interested in trying, and it's vegan. So I'm like, I mean, it's still better than what the other options for me normally would be that I would eat. So I'm gonna try it and see what it's hitting for. I feel like I'm gonna like it, but this is something that I've noticed, and my friend has noticed as well. Whenever I haven't tried something before and I feel like it's gonna be good and I get two of them, it ended up being disgusting. So I've had to realize that. So now I had to, like, kind of put the brakes on it last night when I was ordering this. I was like, I don't trust it. Let me see what it tastes like. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now I know good and well if I would have ordered two last night just to make sure it wouldn't sell out or whatever, some kind of way this popcorn would have been disgusting. And I've had some disgusting tasting popcorn in my life. It's like the taste kind of sneak up on you. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell y'all what to do. Oh, here go the back of the bag. I ain't even realized this. Y'all, I'm keeping this bag. I'm gonna keep this bag. This bag is cute. Now, if you're gonna eat this, I ain't eat but a couple of pop kernels. And my breath already humming because of all the garlic going on around here. Y'all know Tabitha lives for garlic. That's one of the reasons why I was kind of scared. Because she lived for garlic, like she lives for tons of it. So yeah, the fact that this is not, to me, it's not overpowering. It when it come off of your breath is overpowering. I'm just being honest. But as far as just taste it wise, I taste it. It's like a light kind of taste because I'm from the South. I'm from a place where people are heavy-handed with the way they season. This is not too much. I'm in a place in my life where I don't really like too much seasoning anymore, but I know what it tastes like for something to be like heavily seasoned, but it's still good and it's still not too much. But yeah, I just got into a point in my life where I'm like, ooh, I don't need all that. I don't need all of that. So it is weird, but this is good. I'm gonna eat this. This is all I'm gonna eat before I link up with my friend. My friend and I are going to be linking up. We have not linked up to actually go out and eat since 2019. And I got read the other day. I got read earlier in the week. She told me that she felt neglected and all these things, and I was like, now keep in mind, this is somebody who is considered to be the strong friend. And I know this, and I think about that from time to time, but at the same time, I knew I was wrong. But y'all, I've been just trying to protect my peace, and I'm just trying to stay in it. As you can see, I'm leaving Target because that's where the popcorn is. But anyway, y'all, but yeah, so, and I told her I already knew, and it is my fault. You know what I'm saying? We reach out to each other and send memes and gifts and, reels and things to each other on the regular. But as far as us hanging out and doing the stuff we used to do, no, that has not happened in quite some time. And it's mainly because of when COVID first happened and they started opening stuff back up, I was like, nah, I'm not going. Like, I was to the point where I wasn't even trying to go to the restaurants that were making food to even partake in the takeout part of it. Not during COVID, not after they started opening it up and all of that, especially when they started having inside dining again. I was just like, I don't care nothing about it. So y'all excuse my water in the back. I still ain't got it out of the car. I'm just so glad it's been cold because I ain't got time to get no kind of poison in. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for you, honey. Oh, okay. Because I was about to say. So yeah, it is my fault because usually I be on it. Usually I be like, ooh, we gonna link up, da da da, and I ain't been on it. I've just been in my own head. I've been in my own everything. I've just been to a point where I've just been like, let me just be to myself. And I've been enjoying being to myself. I think I've been enjoying it a little bit too much. And that's probably why it's coming across like I've just been neglecting everybody, which I really have. There are just very, very few people who reach out to me on a regular and that I reach out to on a regular outside of just sending memes, reels, and stuff like that. But otherwise, in my mind, I felt like if I get on social media and I'm like, hey, y'all, I'm alive, I feel like that's enough. Like, I've gotten to that point in my life, and it's like, ooh, I just don't want to possibly expose myself, or not expose. Is that what I wanted to say? I'm gonna just go with that because I feel like I'm saying the wrong word. I don't want to expose myself to a potentially harmful situation that's gonna make me regress, because I've been in such a great place lately and I just want to keep it that way. And it took me a while to get back to me, but I'm finally back to me and a little bit better because I am getting older, and some things cannot stay the same. They can't. You have to evolve. I'm trying to evolve and be a better me. Come on now, this light don't hold like that. Anyway, so yeah, so we're linking up. My other friend, she read me before that and was like, yeah, we haven't linked up now, and she's been continuously reaching out to me. And I mean, we talk all the time, and she already knows the reason why, mainly outside of that. And she's kind of like me, like she's to herself and she cool with just being off to herself and all of that. And I'm just like, cool, good. I'm just over here trying to live my life, and I just go to work, come home, run my errands in between. That's all I do. So, of course, all of my friends are very understanding of those things, but you do still have to have that time that you're spending one-on-one with them, and sometimes in the group settings, which I definitely haven't done that in quite some time, where it's like 5 to 7 of us at least celebrating a birthday or some sort of accomplishment, baby shower. I think the last time I did something was when I went to support my friend for her baby shower. This is the same friend that I told y'all about who lost her baby, and like pretty much a year after that she ended up having her rainbow baby. But yeah, she needed to see me And I did the most to get to her, y'all. And I was driving my car that I had prior to this one. And that was going to be a wing and a prayer. And I was like, Lord, if it's meant for me to get to her baby shower, please let me get there. Because I was fighting. Y'all, I had to go to work. It was so much stuff going on. I was not going to have no sleep because of the time of the baby shower. You know, people's baby showers are like mid-evening. So the baby shower mid-evening. She already lived 45 minutes to an hour and something away, one direction. Are you gonna let me get over or no? Child. So, it was just a lot. And I was like, I really want to be there because I was very, very close to her before she got pregnant. Oh, y'all, and just in case you ain't connected the dots, I know some of y'all probably did because, you know, I try to be very descriptive and help y'all to understand certain connections. She's cousins with the supposedly divorced man, right? So that's another thing. But I ain't never had no issues with nobody that's kin to him before. So yeah. But anyway, she's just such a sweet person, and the death of that first baby, it really did something to me, and I never felt like that about anybody else's unborn baby before. I don't know what that was about, but I took it to heart, and I took it really, really, really hard, and I was depressed about it. She really, really wanted that baby. But yeah, y'all, it's like there's just been so many friendships that when COVID hit, it just kind of put everybody on the back burner, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from everybody. And it's just so much stuff going on. Not that I'm fearful that I'm gonna catch anything. I was just like, nah, I just don't want nobody to think that I'm gonna be a part of the reason why they supposedly have something or whatever, and I'm trying to protect my peace, and I'm working so much. It's just so many different factors. And you know what I'm saying, after COVID happened in 2021, found out about all the stuff that's going on with my mama being paralyzed. It was just too much. So I just was trying to figure out how I was going to heal my own brokenness from all the things that have been going on. And it's just like, how do I juggle this? So it's like, I can't juggle this. How am I going to juggle friendships in the way that I did before? So yeah, y'all, we're going to link up later on to get today. My friend who is dating the cousin, one of the other cousins to the guy who's supposedly divorced. Child, I'm gonna talk to y'all about that a little later on too. So yeah, but I'm very excited. I have not gone out with her in so long. It's gonna be good catching up. Hopefully we don't end up crying, because even though she a thug, she don't never cry. If she cries, something got to be wrong. So hopefully, you know, I'm gonna vent to her. I'm actually gonna bring up the person that would have been, you know, responsible for making us related in a sense, because she is going to marry that guy's cousin. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be transparent. Like, I got to the point where I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm telling y'all everything, even down to my parents. Typically I wouldn't tell them certain things, but now I just be like, nah, baby, you finna get all of this realness. And it's got to the point that I've been so real with them that they don't even be believing me. And I'm like, I told y'all what it was. Like, what are you talking about? So anyway, let me see what else. Okay, y'all. So with the job situation, y'all know that I got a job interview right when I came back from out of town from visiting home. Went to the interview. The interview went well. The supervisor rolled up on me and was excited because my name came up as far as, you know, someone who is a potential candidate to work back there in the new department, because I have submitted an application. Well, he didn't know that I had submitted applications prior to that, the job that I actually ended up interviewing for. So he was like, well, I would have loved for you to have been this particular, you know, whatever. And I was like, well, I applied for that, but nobody said anything, didn't get an interview for it. He was flabbergasted, to say the least. Like, he really wants me to have that position, y'all. So y'all, it has been like an ongoing situation since the interview, right? Tell me why they put another random job up there. It is the same job. It's the same job that I applied for, the most recent one. The same hours that I want to get. And so, I forgot if I told y'all this or not. So just in case I did, let me rewind. Okay, So the supervisor that works back there, y'all, we had already talked, and I told him that I had applied for that particular job, that he really wants me to work, because he feels as though I would be able to really do what I need to do, and that I would do that job exceptionally well. I pay way too close attention to detail and everything. I don't be having time for it. Like, we have too many audits and stuff, and I'm like, you're not finna get me caught up in no audit, because I got to put my name on so much paperwork as it is. You're not getting me. So he loves the fact that I'm so, I pay so much attention to detail and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's cool or whatever, but listen, I ain't want to be back there. Y'all, let me get to the meat and potatoes of it all. Tell me why he was like, well, if you do have a copy of it, because I told him, I was like, well, I did apply. And he was like, well, we have no record of it, meaning, okay, so y'all, let me explain to y'all. I don't think I need to turn this on. I'll be fine, because I'm going to come back out here. It's still going to be whatever outside. Okay, y'all, I'm at the house. My bad. Ooh. I think I need to change it because the way the sun do. Okay, hey y'all, I'm back. It's like several hours later, y'all. I've gotten to the point where I'm so sick and tired of these dusty people who live above me. Like right now, the foolishness is going on. Like I legit can't do nothing. It's so ignorant. I really will sit out in my car 3 or 4 hours and just scroll on my phone till my phone about to die. If I didn't already have it like plugged up when I was on my way home while running errands or whatever. And I don't have the type of car that when it's off, meaning everything is off in the car, it'll charge. My car has to be on for it to charge. So after I cut it off initially, it stays on for like 10 minutes unless I open the door and close it back, because I want everything to go off pretty much immediately. So anyway, y'all, I really sat in my car for like 3 hours today. I do that almost every day, and it's sad. And it wasn't because I was too tired to get out of my car, even though I did a lot today. Anyway, so I did all of that, then finally got out of my car, and then I came in here and started watching some more of Yellowstone. And I braided my hair back up because it was pretty much like this earlier at work, except these two pieces weren't out. And I mean, I know y'all probably like, girl, every time you braid your hair, that's all you do. Like, yep, yeah. I be wanting to braid so I could do this bird nest or whatever, because that's what they used to call this woman when I was in elementary school. They used to call her bird nest. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so the supervisor lives for me. So I had already told him that I am pretty sure that I still have a copy of what I took a picture of, and if I don't have it because I deleted it all the way out of my phone, that it should be in the cloud. So if I think about it, then I'll just, show it to him. So he said, okay. Now I said this like maybe a week ago. So a couple of days ago, I came back to work or whatever, and I'm not back there. Like this literally happened Tuesday. So when Tuesday happened, because y'all know I ain't talked to y'all pretty much all week. I've been trying to get my hair together, y'all. I've been going through. I just been like, the weather been crazy. Been worried about my folks, even though they've been, checking in, let me know that they're fine. Now, a lot of people did experience a lot of devastation in Selma and Otagoville and stuff like that. I know people who are from those areas. I do have relatives like that are from that area, but I don't know of any of them who have, possibly had any situations that happen to them. So yeah, definitely pray for Alabama. All that stuff came through. They experienced a lot of hail and stuff up from where my folks live in Montgomery, but they didn't really have that much to go on down at home. The homestead, as my cousin likes to call it, y'all. So definitely pray for them. So anyway, back to what I was telling y'all about work. So he lives for me, and I'm like, okay, because like he sees like what I'm doing. Like he really be doing the most, even though he's younger. It's like I feel like you could tell he's younger, but he's tall, and so a lot of people look like, okay, he's tall and he whatever. I don't know, but he's younger than me. I think he's 20 something. Cause y'all, I'm pushing 40. I think he early 30s at the absolute most, I guess. I don't know how old he is. Like I could ask him. It don't really matter to me. I've been told he's younger. So anyway, y'all, he lived for me because he actually sees me doing what I'm supposed to do. And I go above and beyond. Don't nobody have to ask me nothing. Don't nobody have to tell me what I need to do. I just do it because that's what you're supposed to do. So anyway, I'd already told him that if I could find it, that I would show him what it was, right? So since I wasn't working back there, y'all, I've been the breaker all week upstairs. So I haven't been back there to do anything. So I said, you know what? I found it while I was off, and I was like, oh my gosh, I saved it. It's my favorite. I saved the picture of what I actually wrote as far as me writing it all in, because we have to handwrite it if it's in house. And I took a picture of the actual notice that was up there on the board. So I sent pictures of both of them because I'm like, I did these things. So before they got sent to him, this is what happened, y'all. So while I was off, I texted my friend and I asked him, I said, hey, would you happen to have his number or his email address or whatever? So he was like, no, I don't. And I'm not in the office. So I can't get access to it, because normally, like, if he in the office and he don't just know it off the top of his head, he'll look it up for me and send it to me, like whatever I'm asking him about. So I was like, oh well, that's fine, thanks anyway. So when I finally got back to work, I was determined. I said, no, if it's meant for me to have this job, I'm going to show that I've done everything that I could to solidify my spot and to prove that I did my part, because I already did what I was supposed to do in the interview. I was being myself. I said what needed to be said. I said the facts. Like, even if it was situations where most people were like, ooh, I wouldn't have said that, I would have made up a lie and basically trying to sugarcoat stuff. No, I'm going to tell you what it is. Like, it was a situation, a lot of people, they really would have sat up there and lied. I'm like, I didn't got to the point, I'm not going to lie to y'all just to get a job. I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, I had to basically refer to the side heifer, and I said to them straight up, I don't know if y'all have heard about the situation or not, but I've actually had to go to HR on this person, da 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 da, or whatever. And despite all that, I still came to work and did everything I was supposed to do, still worked with them, still brought stuff to them, because we are supposed to be working as a team. And that's literally what happened. And it's just a fact. So anyway, everything went well with my interview. Like, they want me back there. They've been wanting me back there. They've been trying to get me back there. And then I finally started throwing my hat out there. Throwing my name in the hat or whatever. Child, I can't even think of the terminology, the little saying right now. Y'all know what I'm saying. So anyway, I done told y'all before, this man that came up to me and was like excited because he saw my name come across the desk. But he was just like, I really wanted you to have this job though. And I told him I put in for it. So anyway, fast forward to Tuesday. I'm trying to track this man down because he works Monday through Friday. So unless he just so happened to be off, then I wasn't going to be able to catch him. So I went back there on purpose because I'm the breaker. First of all, when I'm the breaker, I go to certain areas to go and retrieve certain things because that's a part of my job. So I have to pass by there anyway to go and get these things. So I said, I'm about to kill two birds with one stone. So I went back down, looking around. I don't see him nowhere. So I'm asking people, have they seen him? They said, yeah, he's here, but I think he might be up front. He don't really come back here until whatever time. So I said, okay. I don't really pay attention to that when I'm back there because I'm doing my job. Sometimes he's already back there. I feel like it just depends on what's going on. So anyway, on my way out, one of the people who's like a step down lower than him, I run into him. And he's pretty much like the supervisor in charge when he's not there. And so I asked him, was he here and had he seen him and if he knew where he was. He was like, yeah, he up front, da da da. So I was like, okay. So I went and retrieved the items that I needed to retrieve. But I said, before I go back upstairs, I'm leaving this stuff down here and I'm going to go to try to catch him before he come back here. Child, I done went all the way up to the front only to have just missed him. I heard somebody go out the door because it's like several ways you can come in and leave out. I heard the door, but I didn't hear nobody say nothing. Just missed him. The person that was in there, she was like, he was literally, I just saw him. He was just right here. And they were like next to each other pretty much. So I was like, dog, I just heard the door close. Anyway, after running around like a chicken with his head cut off, finally was able to catch up with him after pretty much an hour of playing cat and mouse. So I ended up just calling him on the radio. He answered, and I told him where I was. He said he would meet me. He came out and we met. So I told him the situation. He was like, yeah, I remember, da 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 da. So I was like, okay. So here's everything. He was like, can you, like, he was so excited. He was like, can you please send me a copy of that? I was like, sure. He was like, do you have my number? I was like, no. Because he was wondering, because like he's the type of person that he'll give you his personal number and all the other stuff. There are a few people there who don't mind you having their personal number. So he was like, can you just send that to me, text it to me? I was like, sure. This man said 334. I said, huh? Wait a minute, excuse me? Because he's going on with the number. I'm like, I'm stuck on you saying 334. What you mean 334? Did you mean to say something else? Because there have been times, because like the area code here is 434. So I'm like, did you mean to say 434? He's like, no, area code 334. I was like, I know you're not from Alabama. Now there are there are some people who were from other places that are so close to Alabama that they have 334 area codes, right? But still, I'm just like, no, 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 334. What you mean? So he was like, yeah, I'm from Alabama. What's going on here? I was like, I'm from Alabama. He was like, wait, are you joking? I was like, no, I'm from Alabama as well. So he was like, no. I was like, yeah. I was like, what part of Alabama are you from? He said he from Dothan. I said, okay, I got a friend that's from Dothan. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. He was like, well, where are you from? I said, I'm from Montgomery. He was like, wow, it is a small world. I have never met anybody who's from Montgomery who lives here. I mean, from Alabama who lives here. And so I was like, that is so great. Like, we got really loud and everything. Like, it was crazy. I just was done. Well, of course, there had to be a negative side to that. And for those of y'all who know. So, I really don't have to say it, but I am for those of y'all who ain't picking up what I'm putting down. So I was like, now this is what I need to know. Are you an Auburn fan or an Alabama fan? Because even if you don't care about the football aspect of Auburn Alabama rivalry, you're going to pick a side. And he said he's an Auburn fan. I was like, you know what? I'm done with you. I was like, no, because I'm an Alabama fan. He was like, no. I was like, yeah. I was like, see, the saving grace in all of this is that everybody but me is an Auburn fan in my family. I'm literally the only person who's an Alabama fan. So anyway, we had that little moment, and he was like, no, I'm gonna get you to say War Eagle. I was like, no, you're not. I'm gonna get you to say, oh, this is what he said. He tried to tell me that when I sent him the information to put War Eagle on it, I was like, yeah, what I'm not gonna do is that. I'm gonna definitely put Roll Tide Roll. And so we were just dying laughing. Y'all, I could not believe. When I tell y'all, I would have never guessed that he was from there. Now, one of the people that I met, she's from Louisiana. I think she's from New Orleans. So I was like, okay. And so it's like other people who have migrated, if you will, and they're up there. They're from certain southern states like that, like down near me, kind of southern, like for real south. When we find out, it's like, oh my gosh, it's an even better, situation for us. Like, we just become even friendlier than we normally are. So anyway, y'all, fast forward. Tell me why. It went from every now and again somebody asking me, did I put in a bid for it? And then once they found out that I did put in for the jobs, it just got to a point where people on every single shift, whether I knew of their existence or not, whether I just saw them in passing or I never seen them a day in my life, they kept rolling up on me like, so did they say anything to you about getting the job? I'm like, no. And see, there are so many people who have already been told, hey, you got the job, hey, you got the job, hey, you got the job, for all the jobs that have been, that people have put in for. And I'm like, I'm still not sweating it. So, I mean, it is what it is. Look, it had gotten to a point where he was just like, look, because there were people who were like highly upset about this one woman getting the job, because apparently I was supposed to get that exact job that she has, meaning even though there has been somewhat of an amendment that has happened. What time is it? Make sure I'm not. Okay. I still got a little bit more time. There's supposed to have been some sort of an amendment, if you will. But before they had even found out about that or knew that they were going to do that, everybody who found out that I actually even put in to get the job were like, no, you've been here way longer than her. She shouldn't have even got this job. She lazy. She trash. She this, she that. Went off. Everybody keep going off about this person who they gave the job to. They're like, she can barely complete a sentence. Like, I don't know. They've been reading this woman down. I don't know her, so I don't know what they talk about. And I'm just like, hopefully I don't have to deal with her like that. But I probably will if she still will have the job and I end up getting it. But I'm saying it like that to say this. So it got so bad that people kept coming up to me, asking me about it, and then getting mad when they found out that she got a job. And one day, I'm waiting to clock out because I'm the breaker. I went on about my business. I ain't got to stick around like that. I'm waiting to clock out. So one of the people who has been pressing me about it, asked me about it, and this other woman, they rolled up. Both of them that set it off was like, nah, that ain't right. if I were you, I would do this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, I already went to him. I already gave him my proof, whatever, whatever. So this is after I've already submitted the proof that I actually did put in for the job. The date is on there. Everything is on there. So, it is what it is. And so they were so dead set against me just basically being like, well, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Like, they were like, nah, we need to call him up here. We need to talk to him, whatever, whatever. So they were like, I think he's still out there. So we going to call him to the front. They got on their radio because I had put all my stuff up. Like, I don't take none of that stuff home unless it's an accident. I'll leave it in my car and then take it back on the inside when I get to work the next time. And so they were like, yeah, we calling him now. So they called him to see where he was. He just so happened to have been, on his way up to the front. So the woman was right there too. So she was right around the corner. So they were like, yeah, let's talk for a minute. So we went around the corner. So they wouldn't even let me lead the conversation. They done went off talking about how trash she is and some more. And they were just like, it's not fair. She should get this job, all this other stuff. And so he was like, look, we're going to have a conversation with some other people or whatever about what's going on, because I do have the proof that you did put in for this and you should be good. Like, he keeps saying I should be good. And I'm like, it's like every time he talks to me about it, he makes it seem like I'm going to get the job. But it's like, I don't know. It's like everybody still keep walking up to me asking me about it. And I'm like, why are all of y'all rolling up on me? And look, oh my gosh, I don't think I told y'all about this. Okay, so that day, the last day of work for me before I came back for this week, Saturday, I had to pull a 12, right? So I had to stay over. Child, the most popped off when I went to my break. This is when I went to my first break, because I have 2 breaks left. Whenever you do 4 hours added on and you have a 12-hour shift, you get 2 breaks. If you only come in for 4 hours, you get 1 break. So the last of my time there for my 4 hours, I went on my first break. For some reason, between the time that I went on my break and I came back, something terrible happened, right? And I'm the type of person, I pay attention to stuff. So again, the reason why the supervisor lived for me. Like, I catch stuff before it ended up being a problem, and then y'all just did the least, and now y'all got a big mess on y'all hands. That's why people have always lived for me. So anyway, I ended up turning all of my stuff off, and they trying to figure out why. They had everything full speed ahead doing the most. And I got over the radio and I had to let them know what the situation was. And I let them know that nobody was coming in behind me, meaning that I worked the first half of the shift. Nobody was coming in behind me. So they were going to have to figure out how they were going to do that. So they ended up having to go and figure out the situation with what I had to, because it was a lot that happened outside of that. So it's like people who never really would speak to me, they be like, hey, be touching me and say, hey, how you doing? Now you really, really want to speak? It's been baffling to me a little bit, y'all. It's been very baffling to me. So yeah, y'all. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna continue to keep y'all updated on what's going on with that, but I think I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because I'm gonna see what happened today, and I feel like I'll be able to combine what my friend and I discuss. Because I'm gonna pretty much tell her about some things that have been going on, like with the so-called divorced man and all that stuff, child. And I hope I don't forget to tell y'all about a gift that was given to me by this woman that I work with that was totally unexpected. Like, I couldn't even believe it. But anyway, y'all, let me go my behind in here and take a shower and figure out what I'm gonna wear so I could get to this restaurant. I want to try to beat her there. Normally, I get there a little later than her. But if she beat me and she gonna be done just got off work, I'm gonna feel sad. And I can't get there before her. Depending on how fast I can get my behind in there, shower and do everything I need to do, I might be able to do the part 2 in the car. But we'll see. Anyway, as long as this is, I'm not sure if it will convert in time before I leave home, but we're gonna see. But in the meantime, in between time, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Give this video a thumbs up and pray for me, because the people be doing the most above me and the most be going on at work, y'all. I promise y'all. I kind of don't know how I made it through today. I mean, today was all right considering, but the side health is just... I'm going to tell y'all about it. All right, y'all. Take care. Be safe. Bye.